And this car is also running on winter tires, which I also don't understand. But again, this is a rental car, and as Jeremy Clarkson said, hey guys, good day. Welcome back to the channel of That's Car. And today I'm in the middle of doing 1000 kilometer road trip with, wait for it, with this baby. Yes, it's the GTI again, but this one is different GTI. So as fate would have it, I got another GTI for this road trip. So this has been planned for 1 week actually, but I didn't know what I will get. As I said before, I actually wanted to get the new C-Class C300 for this road trip, but I ended up getting this one again. So actually same color as the other GTI, but this one has summer tires, and it has the matrix LED, and it's almost fully option. Means it has head-up display and all of the goodies, right? And it has also this really rather nice wheels. If you can see, I am blinded by the sun, so I cannot see what's in my screen right now. So if you can see, the wheels is the 19 wheels that actually normally used in Golf R. So let's talk about what kind of like my impression after driving this for around, I think right now it's 1300 kilometers, but I'm gonna be driving this car for around 2000 kilometers. So in total, I will be driving GTI for around 2500 kilometers. And let's jump. So right now I am in the middle of nowhere, literally, because it has been crazy, like the traffic has been crazy. So I went out at 6 AM this morning, and right now it's 7:30 in the evening. But as we all know, right now is the best time of the year in Europe, is the summertime. So the sun is out with all of its goodness. Actually, the weather has been really interesting today. It has been pouring all night yesterday, and this morning it also has been really wet. So it has been really good condition to test GTI. And the car, I need to say, it passed the test with flying color. And I kinda now get a better picture of why people really like Golf GTI. And actually it's also Volkswagen. In German it means the people's car, and I think it represents this name rather well. So let's go to the most deciding factor, the power. So this one has 245 horsepower. This is not the, again, this is not the Club Sport with 290 or the R with 310 I guess, or the R Performance with 333. This one is a normal GTI, 245 horsepower, and weighs at around 1.5 tons. And my revelation about this car, because I haven't been driving GTI before, my first encounter with GTI was last week. The weight does make a lot of difference, and it's just, I think like it's just a really well-made product that in the curve, for example, you can just chuck the car and the suspension is not overwhelmed. So it is a well-thought design, and also the power, 245 horsepower, is ample, is all that you need. So I drove this car now, as I said before, today for around 1000 kilometers, and went through Autobahn, go on the B roads, and I literally chucked everything at the car, and it handles everything so well. But again, if the car is so good, it tends to be boring, and I think that's the case with GTI. But having said that, it's a really well-made product, and it's a German car, so it tends to be boring. But it's like the same as 911. You know, 911 has been compared to, for example, Aston Martin V8 Vantage. And the critic for 911 is sometimes it just feels so soulless, and I think for GTI sometimes it can be like that. I mean, you can tune it up, it's very tunable, and the sound you can really get much more out of the stock things that we have here. But I think like characters of a car are not just defined by power, speed and sound, sadly.
Power and speed solves many things.
Yes.
Right.
James, how far?
But also like this kind of imperfection. And one thing that really I find quite difficult to like about GTI is the suspension. Although it's well sorted, it still has it's rather hard. So it's literally tuned like that because I have driven the normal Golf, and the normal Golf has similar suspension tuning like Audi A3. So it's more to comfort side, and this one is more on the hard side because it's sportier. But in turn, if the road is bumpy, it would go, as you know, like it would lose contact for several milliseconds, and then that's also what makes the car also like struggles to put down the power. And that's one thing that I can say, that's one thing that I'm not loving about Golf. And the other is the transmission. It's not the fastest transmission in the world. I mean, it does the job really well, but it's also not perfect, which is also like I need to understand and remind myself that this is a 50,000 euro car, so it's 50k car. Of course, we are talking with the price in 2023. I know 50k is a lot of money, but in 2023, 50k backs you a Golf GTI well spec. So this one will cost you maybe around 55,000 because I spec the Club Sport one, almost full spec. It was 61,000 euro or 63,000 euro, I forgot. But yeah, and the color is like this non-cost option is the gray. I forgot what's the name of the color. And I think it's good because it's not too loud. As we all know, in Germany, or if you don't know, I'm telling you, in Germany GTI really it's really loved by the police. Means they're gonna stop you to check your car because GTI is normally tuned or modded, and in Germany the rules for modding is really stringent. So if you don't do it correctly, you will end up need to, say goodbye to your car for several days because you need to complete your paper for the car. And yeah, so the color gray is a good color, so it can fly under the radar. Well, it still says GTI, so police would still see it, but at least it's not, I don't know, blue or white or yellow. I don't think you can get GTI with yellow, but GTI in white is literally like police would know, that's a GTI. Basically, actually, in Germany, they would know it's a GTI just by looking at those mufflers. But yeah, what am I talking about? But again, it's a very good car. I mean, it's a little bit tiring to drive it, and it only has 50-liter tank, which is a little bit small if you are doing like long distance driving with that. I mean, my consumption is average at 9.3 liters because, as I said before, there were a lot of accidents, and which means we need to slow down on the autobahn. And yeah, and that's why the consumption has been around 9.3, 9.4. But if I'm really gonna go give all beans, I think it can consume up to 13.4 or 13 liters for long distance driving. And in the city, it has been showing figures between 14 and 16. It depends how bad the traffic is, because stop and go traffic, as we all know, is not really good for ICE. So yeah, so all in all, very good car. I actually love to have one. I mean, like in comparison to A45, RS3, Audi S3, or Hyundai i30N, or the Cupra Leon. In comparison to everything in this price segment, one thing that we need to remember: Cupra belongs to Volkswagen, Audi belongs to Volkswagen. So it's actually like, I can say it's the same car with different skins. But in comparison to A35, I don't know, but I think like GTI is kind of like an icon. So you know, if you get the GTI, you know what you get. Is like getting a coffee from Starbucks. It might not be the best coffee, but you know what you're gonna get, and that's what we have here. So it's kind of like a standard for hot hatch. And I think like with this GTI with 245 horsepower, front wheel drive, kind of okay sound, it still holds this benchmark for hatchback, which is good. And if you ask me, would I get one to, you know, to mess around, tune it up, or I don't know, for a fun car or for a track car? Actually, I would. How about you? So write down in comment what do you think about GTI, if you had one, if you love it, or if you're gonna trade it, if you're gonna swap it to with any other car. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can subscribe. I try to upload a little bit more regularly until the season close in October, and there's gonna be some garage update. So until then, see you in the next video. Stay cool, keep on driving, and enjoy your car. Bye bye.